Hey guys, what is up? Welcome back. So in this video, I got Kelvin. If you remember from my previous coffee talk with Kelvin, episode number 1, we talk about value investing and so on. So today I brought Kelvin back to talk about Tesla stock and the broad stock market as well. So sit tight, turn on the captions, and without further ado, let's jump right into the video. Hey, hi Kelvin, welcome back to my channel. You were here when we have like 150 subscribers. Right now I have like more than 3,000 subscribers like 6 months ago. Time flies, right? And a lot of things have changed. And Kelvin and I was actually chatting because the entire stock market was down. So we thought, why not we do a refresh episode to the audience and talk about maybe a bit about Tesla. Actually not a bit. Actually today we want to focus so much on Tesla. So sit tight and enjoy the entire conversation that I will be having with Kelvin. So Kelvin, welcome back.
Thank you. Glad to be back. Thanks for inviting me again.
How have you been doing during the MCO?
I have been, as usual, taking it easy and monitoring what Tesla has been doing all this while.
Good. So, Kelvin, we were talking about your past working history in Germany. You were actually in Germany for 11 years and you have worked in automotive companies and you have worked on autonomous driving technology as well. And on top of that, you have also driven a luxury car, to be exact, the BMW 3 Series. And you have also actually driven electric vehicle before. So as a Tesla investor as well, I think you are like the prime example we can have in Malaysia to ask and talk about Tesla. So having said that, can you share a bit of your experience having driven all those cars before?
Sure. Well, I've owned the BMW for 5 years. I like the way it drives, I like how it feels. And I've also driven a Nissan Leaf and the Smart EV before in Germany. So there are two different kinds of ways to look at it. The BMW has the speed, has the power and the luxury, while at that time, the electric vehicles were more like city-going, zippy cars. However, what I see with Tesla is that they can combine these two factors together and make a perfect car for the future.
Right. So I guess a lot of us, including a lot of Malaysians, including myself, can't really relate much in terms of electric vehicle because it is like a very rare gem in Malaysia to actually drive an electric vehicle because we are still in the ICE era, unfortunately. Yeah. All right. So being a Tesla investor since 2017 or 2018, right? 3-4 years ago. 2018, yes. 2018. You must have weathered through so much, allow me to use that word, so much shit through these 3-4 years, right? You must have seen all those 30% drop, 60% drop, I guess you still hold your stocks, right? I mean, how do you weather through it and how was your experience through it? Can you bring us through it?
Yeah, it comes with experience, of course, yes, but also the conviction and the belief that you know that this business is something worth looking at, something that is you believe in. And definitely there are times when it was very heart-wrenching to see the prices going up and down. But if you look more towards what they are really doing, and if you believe in it, I mean, there is no doubt that this company will grow and will be a leader in every sector that they are in.
Right. I definitely can feel the heart-wrenching moment. The entire week, it was like down 5 to 8% every single day. I never experienced something like this before. Like they were saying, growth investing, you should be able to stomach the growth and also the negative growth as well. So yes. I'm so used to Tesla's being up 3 to 5% every day, but suddenly it got like 5 to 10% every day. I will be honest with you, I got a little bit panicked, but instead of panic selling, I panic bought and I kept on dollar cost averaging. But I mean, all good. I still hold my stocks and I myself is also a Tesla bull and investor as well. But although not as early as you lah, you are like the seafood of the early Tesla investors already. So back to the context of today's call. We can see that the entire broad market is dropping so much. S&P, Dow Jones, NASDAQ, everything is dropping so much red in the entire week. Maybe just a little glimpse of green colors, but everything is red. And we can also see that the volatility is index or the fear index has spiked up 30-40% in the past week itself. So Kelvin, just briefly bring through the audience what is actually happening to the stock market right now.
Okay, from what I've read in the market right now, it is mainly because of the treasury yields that are increasing. So it means that it's like a risk-free investment for a lot of those big hedge funds or institutional investors, where if you have risk-free interest, you can have risk-free returns rising, so they will definitely rebalance their holdings. They will move some capital towards this kind of risk-free assets. So naturally, the prices of stocks will definitely be readjusted downwards. And even actually, although it has gone downwards these few weeks, the past week, if we zoom up just 1 year ago, S&P actually risen by 16%, which is actually way above the historical average. So actually, this is not something that should be a shock to any investor. It is very normal to have ups and downs.
Very well said. So it is actually the shift of money from the risk-on assets to the risk-off assets. So I will just give a brief introduction to the audience on what Kelvin actually was explaining right now. So essentially, the treasury yield is increasing. Take treasury yield just like the interest rate of our fixed deposits. So right now, the fixed deposits is very low, but suddenly the fixed deposit interest rate is increasing. So a lot of investors have moved their money from the stock market into these so-called fixed deposits or the treasury yield, but this is for the institutional investors. Like for us retail investors, we can just move on and go into any bank that we can see and then just deposit our 5,000, 10,000 ringgit into any bank and just get that 3 to 5% fixed deposit interest. But for institutional investors, they can't just walk into any bank and then say, nah, here is my 500 million ringgit. Can you please put into a fixed deposit account? They can't do that. They need to deposit into something that we call treasury bonds. So what Kelvin just explained is the treasury bonds have increased from 1% to 1.5%, right, Kelvin, if I'm not mistaken? So those institutional investors have been moving their money from the stock market into the treasury bonds, those fixed income assets. That is why the stock market is tanking right now. Every investors are selling right now because the fear of a market crash is coming, right? So having said that, we can see that the entire broad market is dropping so much, but surprisingly, Tesla is dropping so much more than the broad market. Just bring us through it. Why is that happening? Is it because Tesla has risen too much, or has the bubble been popped already? What is happening right now to Tesla?
Yeah, well, firstly, Tesla is, for all its life during the past few years, it has always been a volatile stock. It has went up numerous 20%, 30% in a week or in a month. And it has also went down before 10%, 20%, 30% in a matter of weeks as well. So it is very normal. It is a company that has fanboys which love the company no matter what it does. And they also have haters where they hate the company no matter what it does. So because of these two extremes, it causes the stock to be very, very volatile. So in terms of talking in an investment term, we call this the beta, which means that for Tesla, it has a very high beta. So where if the market were to go up 1%, Tesla might go up 2-3%. If the market goes down by 1%, the Tesla might go down by 2, 3, 4, 5%. So that is why Tesla has been reacting so much stronger to the broader market.
Right. Thank you for that. Let me just explain it to the broader audience. So what Kelvin just said is actually the beta of the stock. So beta is essentially the measurement of the volatility of any company against the broad markets like the S&P 500. So if the S&P 500's beta is 1.0, Tesla's beta right now is 2.0, and just to give you the context, Apple's beta right now is about 1.3. So you can see that growth stocks, their beta is higher because they are more volatile and there are more volatility in the share price movement, hence why their beta is so much higher. So when it comes to Tesla, we are talking about a beta of 2.0. So if the market is moving by 1%, like Kelvin said, Tesla will move around 2 to 3%. So that's how we look at beta. So having said that, with Tesla having such a high volatility and high beta right now, and it seems that the entire market looks like it is having a correction and soon to be a bear market and market crash, maybe, we don't know. So should we be concerned, Kelvin?
The short answer is we shouldn't be too much concerned about the short-term movements. Firstly, if you are looking at the broader market, if everything goes down, definitely all the stocks, most of the stocks will definitely be affected price-wise. However, what we are looking at in Tesla is we should actually look at you see, like, if you invest in a business, you have to see what kind of business are they doing? Are they really affected by these market movements? So for Tesla, they are not fundamentally affected at all. They do not have any market risk. They are actually expanding like crazy. They are going to build 2 more gigafactories this year. They are going to build at least a few more gigafactories in the future. So the thing that we should worry, or actually we should look at, is whether the company is going as planned, going to expand what they are going to do in the future. So we should not be too concerned with what is happening day in and day out. In fact, actually, we should be more confident, at the what Tesla has now, because you see, when I was with a call with you 6 months ago, Tesla was not in the S&P 500 yet. They did not show consistent profits yet. However, now they are already in the S&P 500. That means by hook or by crook, a lot of index funds has to buy them. So there is the support there already. And then it's not easy to get in the S&P 500 because they have a certain criteria to follow. And if Tesla could get into it, that means they have a certain value to the company as agreed by a lot of institutional investors.
Right, Kelvin, I totally agree with you. I mean, historically, it has proven itself. Although it has dropped 20, 30%, 50%, actually, last year in March, it dropped almost 50% from its all-time high. But it has rebounded because, like you said, the business fundamentals is still intact. They are still producing cars. The demand is still there. People are still pre-ordering Tesla vehicles for I don't know. The backlog is like 6 to 9 months in order to get a Tesla model.
Yeah.
So the demand is still there, and the entire sell-off has nothing to do with its company's fundamentals, right? So I think this will give an assurance to most of, if not a lot of those Tesla investors out there, that what is happening right now has nothing to do with Tesla's fundamentals, right? So right. So let us just move forward. Having said that, what can we expect from Tesla in the future? Like anything in the near term to the medium term, just to give the audience an idea.
Sure. What I see, of course, firstly, Tesla, what is very visible now is that Tesla is making cars. So definitely the vehicles demand you have to have. So for what we see now, and from everyone talking in the media, the demand for Tesla vehicles is definitely very high. We can see closer to home, you can see that they are coming to Singapore. So it has been said that the vehicles will be very, very high demand there, especially because the price is also very competitive. So, and notwithstanding the growth in China, the growth in the US, and they are also opening new markets. They are going into new markets, Singapore as one, which I said just now. And also they have already started, like new markets like Israel, in Japan, South Korea. All these are all growth markets. You imagine that they are selling cars and they are not constrained by the demand. So how do they go about supplying this demand? So that is what I said just now. The Tesla is building the factories to support that demand. So for the factories to go up this year, they are projecting in the consensus is saying that they might go up to 1 million deliveries from last year's 500,000. So that is 100% full. Although that is a very optimistic target, but it's a realistic target. Then to support that as well, they are building batteries as well. We don't see that in the other automotive companies because they do not sell at that kind of volumes that Tesla is selling. So what does Tesla do? Tesla builds their own factories. So they are constrained by the batteries, so they build their own. And if you look at the Battery Day presentation last year, they have already stated that they are building the first pilot line in California to show to everyone that we can build batteries and we will do it. And then just recently, Panasonic and LG Chem is building the same battery ordered by Tesla, which was introduced in the Battery Day. No other car companies is doing that yet. Okay, so the supply is there. And then closer to home again, they need nickel. So a lot of people will think that, oh, they need lithium. Actually, they need nickel more than lithium. So what do? They go straight to the source. They went to Indonesia and they are starting to talk with the Indonesian authorities to build a battery factory there to supply for the high performance batteries. And then talking about future products, you have the Cybertruck, which in the last week that I read, it has been up to about 600,000 pre-orders, 600,000 units.
Crazy.
Of course, maybe not all will be buying it in the end, but 600,000 before the product even launched, that is something to look forward to, I would say, right?
So apart from that, what else can we expect other than just from the automotive segment? Because I believe Tesla is not just an automotive company. So maybe you can bring us more on that.
Yes, most people still don't know that Tesla actually has quite a bit of other business. So the next big business would be the energy business. So they put it under the energy. So what is under the energy? The main thing is the battery supply. So they do not only supply the batteries for the cars, they supply to the big power plants. So it's called like a battery storage system. So they provide battery backups and they can recharge the batteries when the grid demand is low. And then also for the consumer side, let's say you have a house and then your house suddenly black out, but if you have the battery, you can actually go through the blackout without even noticing that there was a blackout, which you can see happened before last week in Texas, where there were blackouts all over. But those people who have the Tesla Powerwall in their homes, they are going on Instagram and showing, you see my house, there are lights and everything on.
Right, so they are like the winners of everyone, right?
Yeah.
Right. So maybe I can just give the audience a little bit of context. So I myself, as a power industry analyst, I can probably give you a context on how the power plant works. So a power plant works by burning fuels such as natural gas and also coal. So the power plants, they take in atmospheric air and they require the correct temperature and the right humidity to run at the optimum load. And when they generate electricity, this is why you can see you can use all your electrical appliances, which is because power plants are now rotating. At current moment, there are turbines and generators running, which is why you have electricity at your home. But for those in Texas, because the cold was so harsh, the power plant could not run at the optimum load, which is why they had to shut down and maybe reschedule for 3 to 6 hours a day, or even the entire week has to be shut down because the power plant just can't burn at the optimum load, which is why the entire Texas was down and have such a huge blackout. So I think that is where the battery energy storage really kicks into the system, and it has shown that it is important and can really bring value to the residentials. So apart from that, residentials, I believe Tesla is also focusing on battery energy storage system for large-scale large-scale farms, right?
Yes. So they have shown to get a lot of big projects. So the first successful one was in Australia a couple of years ago, where they showed that they can deploy this kind of battery power plants in a very short time frame. And it was quite famous. If you are interested to find out, Elon Musk actually very publicly state on Twitter that they will deliver it in a certain time period, and if they don't do it, they will give it for free to the Australian government. So the Australian government also said, okay, the bet is on, and then Tesla did deliver, and it actually brought a lot of savings to the Australian government. So that was like one of the first pilot projects. And then now everywhere they are also demanding from Tesla to build things like that. So in Australia, they were going to build another one. And then one of the largest is Moss Landing, I think in the US. The Moss Landing, if you can search it, you can find it. And this energy business has been time and time again been reiterated by the CEO, by Elon Musk, that it will be as big as the automotive business. So you with Ziet, if you know, in the energy business there are a lot of money to be made. So imagine how big the market is.
Right. The power industry or the energy industry is so huge that I think a lot of us retail investors still don't know its potential yet. We are just looking at Tesla's like a automotive company, but this entire Tesla energy, I can tell you, it is huge. This battery energy storage system technology is huge. I know there's a few players out there right now like LG Chem, BYD, Panasonic. I mean, I'm not discounting them, but I think Tesla is like at the forefront, because at the same time they are pushing the envelope for this lithium ion battery energy storage as well. So they are one of the leaders in this industry. So this is something that we really need to focus on and not let it slip by, because if you let it slip by, then you might miss the boat, so to speak.
Yes.
Right. So apart from Tesla's vehicles and their Tesla energy storage system, what else is there that Tesla can bring in the near to medium term?
Yeah, another very visible technology that Tesla will be bringing in soon, which everyone can see, I think, is the full self-driving. A lot of normal people, they are still very skeptical and would say that, it would take a longer time to actually realize the full self-driving. However, if you want to see for your own eyes, you can simply go to YouTube, and then you can just type FSD beta, and you can see now Tesla is the only company that can provide the technology to normal consumers, point-to-point self-driving without interventions. That means the driver can theoretically do not need a steering wheel. Okay, it's all on YouTube, and it's public, for the beta users for the time being. However, there is no reason that this cannot be rolled out to a larger audience in the future, because it has been proven that it works. Everyone is singing praises. All the experts are singing praises. So you can see it for your own eyes, and then you can judge yourself. And then furthermore, the technology that they use is actually very cost effective compared to their competitors. The Google's Waymo technology uses LiDAR, and it costs nearly, I think, 50,000 to 100,000 just to outfit a car. That costs more than the vehicle itself. However, the solution that Tesla is going is just using cameras and a few radars. So then, and what they are leveraging is on the AI, the back end. So this AI will actually work like a human mind to make decisions, and will provide the capability for the car to make decisions and drive itself. And talking about AI, the king of AI is to get data. So Tesla has been said by Katie Wood that Tesla has almost 30 billion miles of data, and that is 1,000 times more than the nearest competitor, which is Google, who has only 30 million miles. So you see, the range and the distance that Tesla has from their competitors is immense. So I'm very confident that this business will also be one of the advantage that Tesla will have over the rest.
So you were saying that Tesla will be leveraging its AI, its huge AI database from 10 to 15 years of data, as opposed to their competitors who does not even come close to that amount of data. Right, so AI is like a human brain, but for computers. For example, we learn through experience. If we've gone through one breakup, we sort of, feel the heartburn, we feel the heart pain. But if we've gone through 1,000 times of breakups, we sort of know what to expect, and we will not feel that much of the pain, and you will sort of know what is coming right next. So just like Tesla's AI, it has gone through so many data, and those data points can help it to fix itself and to improve the system as well. So we are talking about 1,000 times more than Google, Kelvin. That is absurd. That is just mind-blowing, right? So having said all of that, with so many catalysts coming in the near to medium term future, with vehicles demands up so much, with the battery energy storage and the full self-driving rolling out, I think the audience want to ask this $1 million question. Now, we just put a caveat emptor here. This is not an investment advice, and we are not a professional or licensed financial advisor. So we are just two Tesla investors and we love Tesla's business model. So allow me to proceed to ask that question. Should we buy Tesla right now?
Okay, so the short answer is yes, you should buy Tesla, but of course with a disclaimer. And you should also ask yourself, when you ask that question, what is the purpose of that question? If you ask that question, if the real purpose that you ask the question is, Kelvin, can buy the Tesla share now? Tomorrow can make money? Then no, you shouldn't. You should think properly first. However, if you ask that question, but your purpose is this business has a long-term potential? Will Tesla be a company or a business that you believe in? If you believe that Tesla will show all this kind of growth based on what you see, based on what we have talked about, what everyone has been talking about, and the trends in the market as well, where everyone is going towards the electric vehicles and sustainable energy, then it is an unequivocally yes. So you should consider and make it one of your investment choices.
Right. Thank you for that. I think you actually wrap it pretty much very well. And I myself is also a Tesla investor or believer, so they call. We can see that Tesla is one of the largest companies out there right now, and it has proven time and time again. So historically, they have shown what they can do and what they are capable of, and they are quick. They are not just selling you dreams. They really realize those promises, and they show you step by step on what they can actually deliver on the table. So as you all can see, the viewers, if you have followed me on Instagrams, you can see that from time to time I will buy into Tesla, although at a very small amount. But if it drops down 10, 15, 20%, I will still continue buying Tesla. And that is my conviction towards Tesla. As you all can also see from my channel, from time to time, I will just say that Tesla is one of the no-brainer, should I say, a no-brainer investment for the long-term growth potential, not for the short-term fast money-making scheme. Yeah? So this is not something you want to do. This is not a place that you want to put your money if you want quick return. This is some place that you want to put your money into a solid company with proven track record that has a long-term growth potential. So I think that is pretty much it for the call today. Kelvin, is there any ending thoughts you want to deliver to the viewers of this video?
I think if you are interested in going to in investing in the future, there are lots of trends that you should look out for. So Tesla is one of the leaders in all of these trends, and therefore that's why I said I believe in Tesla. And if you feel that Tesla is not for you, you can also look at other companies that are maybe pioneers or leaders in these different trends as well. So do not only blindly follow what everyone is saying to buy a certain company, but look at trends and then look deeper into the businesses and see its potential, and then make your decisions.
Right. Wisely said. I think that pretty much sums up the entire video. Kelvin, once again, thank you very much for coming out to our channel to bring so much wisdom and share with us your thoughts and ideas on what is happening with the stock market and Tesla right now. So hopefully we can speak again. If you guys have any ideas or any comments or any questions, or you want to see different topics to be covered by Kelvin and me, feel free to leave in the comment section down below, and we will try to cover that. So having said that, Kelvin, thank you very much for your time. I really appreciate that, and see you next time.
Thank you. See you.
So I hope you guys enjoyed this conversation. I certainly did myself. Leave a comments down below if you have any ideas or comments, or if you want us to cover another topic some other day, and I'm more than happy to discuss it with Kelvin and bring to you more contents on Tesla or the stock market in general. So many thanks to Kelvin once again. You can follow him on Lowyat Forum or Twitter at the handle @KelvinLYM. So go check him out. He's a really nice guy and a long-time Tesla investor as well. So thank you very much for watching. Stay safe, stay invested, and as usual, I will see you in the next one.